Hi guys, Tony here from Caveman Props. A little bit of change of scenery for you today. Coming to you from my kitchen. There's two reasons for this. The workshop is extremely cold at the moment because I haven't got any heating in there, and my kids are off school. They're in the other room having something to eat, which is why they're quiet. So I'm here. I'm going to do a little Bill VO diary for you. So if it goes on a little bit further, we might end up back in the workshop. So we'll see how that goes. And basically what I want to do with you today is we're going to follow through. It's the Dematerialisation Circuit from Doctor Who. This is a classic one. It appears in the special, The Three Doctors. Now this item is actually available from a company called Mooncrest Models. You can buy it in kit form, I believe, and ready-made. Now I'm not dissing. I've seen their products. I'm not dissing them one bit. I've actually bought a few of their stuff before. The prop that they build or you can get is extremely brilliant. It's really good. I'm not dissing their stuff whatsoever. So you can go and you can buy their kit and put it together. It looks absolutely fantastic. I'll probably add a link to that in the description below. Basically, but any of you that watch my channel will know that I love to build my own stuff, use bits and pieces that are laying around and see what we can do, and that's what I'm going to try. So it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be like the one you can buy from Mooncrest, so you can go off. I don't think it's that expensive from Mooncrest, so you can buy it from them and it's going to be quite good, but I'm just going to have a play around and see whether I can build my own one. It might work, it might not, we'll see how it goes, but I'll still publish this video, and even if it's an epic fail, just to show you what you can do. So we're going to have a look at a few bits and see how we go. Right, we're going to start from the middle and work our way out. So we're going to start with this. This is a marble. I had a pack of marbles for a previous project. I picked them up from the pound shop, so they weren't that expensive. This marble's a little bit bigger than normal, which is what I needed then, and it's going to work perfectly now. I cut myself 4 bits of PVC pipe. So I'm going to stick these on to create the middle section. I'm going to use some reactor spray, spray the ball with reactor, put super glue on that, and they should bond virtually straight away. So we're going to see how that goes. Alright then, let's give this a go. I'll put some paper down so obviously not to ruin my surface. Get the quick spray. Super glue around the edge of that. And 3, 2, 1. Nice, that's bonded quite well. So we're going to carry on with that and do the other ones. And go just a quick add to what I've just done. I've run a bit more super glue around the edging of this, just to seal it in. So I ran the super glue around there nice and thickly and sprayed it with the actor, and it set straight away. That's created a much better seal on the marble. So I'm going to carry on and get the other 3 bits put onto that now. Right, so I've got that done. I've done the other 3, so I've got all 4 prongs now coming off of that. I've filled all the ends in with the super glue, hit it with the reactor. That's given me a little bit slightly better edging. What I might need to do is just tack that with a little bit of sandpaper just to smooth it off. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray that up, and I'm going to use a mixture of, I'm going to spray it green, mask off the ends because these end bits are green, and then spray it a nice silver. So we're going to see if we can get that done quickly. Right, okay, I've jumped a few pieces forward here. Right, I spray painted this green, hope you'll be able to see that in there, and attached a magnet to the bottom because I want to make a display stand and hold on the magnet. Then use masking tape to tape these bits off, and I've just hit it with the silver spray paint over the top of the green. I'd left the green a day to dry, so this is the following day, and then basically once the silver, which is pretty much dry because this one dries quite quickly, is set, we can take the masking tape off. It's not quite dry, so I'm going to re-hit that again with the silver, and not be quite so over the top zealous, and then we'll leave that a good day to dry and come back to that, and we'll start some of the other sections while that's drying. Right, while we're waiting for that middle section to dry, I'm going to work on the wire sections that run down from the tops to the basically the side bits. For that I'm going to use this wire. This was from a set that I bought for hanging photographs. It always comes with the wire that you can put across the back of a picture to hang up across the hooks. So I've got plenty of this left over, so I'm going to use this to create the wire sections. So we're going to have the main section and then the curly sections that go either side. I went through, my daughter's got loads of beads, bits. The only beads she didn't have were green ones, which is what I was after. So I've taken some yellow ones and just hit them with a green Sharpie pen. So they're going to be stuck in the middle sections of these, and I'm going to create some curly ones to go down the side. So we're going to get on with that now. Right, I've cut myself 6 bits of wire. I've cut them longer than I need. So basically when I come to attach them I can just trim off the ends. It's going to be easier to trim it down than to have to redo it because I've not made it big enough. So what I'm going to do is while I'm the gloves, we're going to use the bead, make the piece of wire as straight as possible. And we're going to stick the bead in the middle. Apply the super glue to the middle of the bead. Move out of the way. Make sure that's all stuck in there with the super glue, and then hit it with the reactor spray. And that's nice and stuck in the middle there. Just going to add a little bit more of the glue just to hold it in. There we go. I'm going to do that for all 6 pieces and I'll have that done. Right, so I've completed all 6 of them. Then what I'll do is I'm going to make the curly sections that go down the side. I'm going to curl them as I go, so I'm going to make the curl section in the middle and then cut it off so I get them all about the same length, a little curly bit in the middle there. So I'm going to try and do that bit now. Use a screwdriver. Use one of these as basically my template, so I want to start it about there. Do that. And get it about the same length and just cut it off. In there. So basically when I come to attach this I can just trim off the ends to make life a little bit easier. Now because there's going to be one either side of these, I need to make 12 of these, so that's going to take me a little bit of time, so I'm going to get on with that now. Right then guys, I've resprayed that and I've left it again for another day and I've got it looking like this. Now what I did was I resprayed it again for the second time and then thought I could try and be a little bit clever and get the masking tape off and leave it to dry. And as I was trying to do that, because I was trying to hold one of these bits where the masking tape was and peel the masking tape off, I snapped the arm off. So I've had to re-glue that back in. You might be able to see that there. And spray it again for the 3rd time. So after that I've left it for a whole day and took the masking tape off again this morning. So there we go. So if you learn anything from this tutorial, it's not to be impatient and take your time, unlike me. So there we go. So we've got this bit ready. Hopefully from this angle it's going to look a little bit better, and so I'll probably display it that way around. So we're going to get on. What I've done is I've cut 4 circles from 5mm EVA foam, and these are going to stick on to the sides. We're going to stick them on, and then we'll start adding the detail bits in and around that. So we'll do that for you now. Right, hopefully, because we're sticking onto EVA foam, we shouldn't need the reactor. EVA foam is usually quite good at reacting the super glue straight away. Super glue on. In. Stuck the glove to it. That's why we wear the gloves, because otherwise that would have been my finger stuck to it. There we go. That's stuck on, so now I have to do that for all the other sections all the way around to complete that off. Alright, there we go, so I've completed that, done all of those, and now my next job is I'm going to try and get these bits I've done the beads on. So I'm going to measure them off, cut them out, and then hopefully because of this wire it should just push into the back of the EVA foam and stay there. So once I've got them all in, they'll be in place. So I'm going to crack on with that now. There we go. So that's that bit complete, so all I've got to do is now is complete that for all the other sections and we'll be pretty much there. Right, I've completed all that. That's all around there now. Looks quite smart, getting in there closer to the look. What we're going to do now is I'm going to work on the detailing on these top parts on the sides. There should be a little bit right in the middle. It's supposed to be part of this main bit that's supposed to stick out the top here, so there's supposed to be a little green bit just up here. My original plan was I was going to use some drawing pins or thumbtacks if you're in the States, because I know we've got loads of them around, laying around. I was either going to use the green pen or spray paint the tops of them green and just push them in. So I went looking, because I know we've got a big pack somewhere of 500, which we pull out every Christmas, use 10, and at the end of Christmas use 10 and they go back in the top of the pot and they get used again next year. So I thought a few might be missing, and I looked in the back of the drawer. I found these ones, lo and behold, some that the pack had never been opened, and they've got little plastic coloured tops to them. And there's green ones in there, so I picked out 4 green ones. So I'm going to use these, and we're going to stick these into the middle sections, right in the dead centre. Here, and that should create that section as if it's running all the way through. So we'll do that on the rest of them. Right, so I've just completed that. So that didn't take any time at all. So the last little bit of detailing that we need to add onto this is some little brass screws. I've gone out, bought a little pack, tiny little brass screws, nice little domed heads on them, and that's going to have a couple of screws in each one of these. I think I need to look at the pictures, but some have a couple, some only have one. They're supposed to be like little adjuster screws, so they can adjust what's going on inside the circuit board. And that's the last little bit of detail. It's about the only thing that I had to actually go out and physically buy for this prop. The rest of it was bits I just had laying around. So add these bits of detail in, and the whole thing will then be finished. Right then guys, I've added those detailings in, and that's now complete. I think you'll hopefully agree that's all looking quite nice and ready. I think I've made it a little bit too big than the original, but I was kind of going more for the look and the style of what we were after rather than a particular size. But I'm quite happy with that. It's still not as good as mooncrest one. I'll probably still end up buying one of theirs sooner or later. If I do, I'll probably end up displaying them next to each other just to compare how terrible mine is to theirs. But I'm quite happy with that, I have to say. For a budget build, I'd probably say materials on this could probably cost me no more than £5. So it's quite a good and fun build to do. So So there we go. Apologies, I'm coming down with a bit of a cold, so for this video I'm a little bit croaky and a little bit nasally and sniff a lot. I do apologise for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share on our YouTube channel or Facebook page. I'll put details of them on there, and you can check out some of our other tutorials as well. And hope you enjoy. And if you've watched our videos and it's inspired you to make anything else, then drop me a line. You can contact me email or through the Facebook page, and I'd love to see your work, and I'll share it and tell everyone what a wonderful job you've done. Cheers. Thank you.